Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Welcome into Barker Family Stadium as we have the season finale for Rollins Women's Lacrosse. Logan Windsor here with Dan Aronson. We got a rematch of the top heavyweights of the SSC Conference. After a cancellation with Florida Tech on Wednesday, number 8 Rollins will be going against number 6 Tampa.
Rollins looking to get a little revenge. First game, they didn't come out maybe a little bit rusty against Tampa in the first game, but they get revenge. Head coach Dennis Short and company look to even up the season series against the Tampa Spartans. Rollins really battling for a lot. Ton at stake here today, Logan. NCAA tournament on the line. Huge matchup today between the Rollins Tars and the Tampa Spartans.
We'll have selection show on May 9th. I'll decide who will make the end of season tournament. And it's a battle of the heavyweights. We have Liz Fahey, who won Player of the Week last week against CC Colombo, who leads the SEC Conference with 17 assists. What does Rollins need to do to stop CC from facilitating this Tampa offense?
It should be a high-scoring affair. 13-9 in the last game. Tampa got the win, but Rollins lighting it up as of late. 5-game win streak coming into this game, including 3 ranked opponents. Rollins is battling right now. NCAA tournament hopes on the line. Hopefully they're going to get it done today. They're going to be relying on Liz Fahey. They're going to have to shut down Lizzie Pierpont for the Tampa Spartans. Should be a great matchup, like we said, on deck.
The argument can be made that these are the 2 best goalkeepers in the SSC Conference. We have Gabby Tanner versus Bridget Suter. What do you see from these 2 goalkeepers?
Bridget Sutter, one of the best goalies in the Sunshine State Conference this year. She's been named Sunshine State Conference Defensive Player of the Week twice, and also been nominated for a United States Intercollegiate Lacrosse Association All-American Defensive Player of the Week. Going to be tough to score goals today for the Tars, but it's, like we said, ideal matchup here on a Sunday at Barker Family Stadium. This wasn't supposed to be the game. They were supposed to play Florida Tech, but instead we got a ranked matchup here in the Sunshine State Conference. I can't wait, Logan.
Well, it all comes down to this. Tampa versus Rollins for the SSC Championship. Dan Aronson and Logan Windsor on the call. We will bring it to you coming up.
What's the difference between good and great? Fire, grit, dedication. At Florida Tech, we face obstacles with integrity, with courageous character, with unbridled determination. We stand for knowledge, for a better tomorrow, and for each other. Give us an impossible task and let us get to work. In our pursuit of greatness, we are relentless. Florida Tech.
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before. And the student is...
The Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Welcome into Barker Family Stadium for the Rollins Lacrosse season finale. Logan Windsor here with Dan Aronson, and we got a good one. The SSC championship is on the line. We got 3 teams, Florida Southern, Rollins, and Tampa, all competing for that #1 spot.
Like you said, season finale and a ton on the line in this game. Number 6 Tampa Spartans against the number 8 Rollins Tars. A rematch of the first game of the seasons for the Rollins Tars. They dropped that game 13-9, but you can see the enthusiasm and both teams crazy fired up for this season finale.
We got the starting lineups today for Tampa. Dan, who do we got?
At attack, they're going with Lauren McNeil. Midfield, Cece Colombo, high goal scorer. Playmaker, Hannah Bush at attack number 7. Number 9, Jeannie Santarpio. Number 10, the goalkeeper, Bridget Sutter. Lizzie Pierpont, Alexa Scudillo. Danny Waters, Aaron Sistek at D. Gia Colombo, sister of Cece Colombo at midfield. Olivia Mott and Paige Short rounding out the Tampa Spartans attack.
And for Rollins, you got the usual suspects with a few freshmen in there. Number 1, player of the week a couple weeks ago, Liz Fahey. Number 13, Bridget Cawley. Goalkeeper number 15, Gabby Tanner. 21, Eden Cook. 22, Claire Reist. 24, Taylor Kinley. 26, Megan DeGroat. Making her second start, number 27, Isabella Checki. Number 30, Madison McGarry. Making her first start, number 32, Whitney McMillan. Number 35, Hannah Forbes. And number 37, Caroline Gastonguay.
And the refs on the field at Barker Family Stadium today, Jason Necht, Melody Turner, and Javier Maza. They said they couldn't be excited for a Sunday, wouldn't know how to spend it without Rollins Lacrosse. This game was rescheduled. Florida Tech had to postpone, so Rollins came up with the Tampa Spartans, and boy, what a resume builder this win would be.
Yeah, so there'd be 6 teams making it to the Southern region for the end-of-season tournament, as there is no SSC conference tournament to end the year, so most likely only one of these teams will make the final season tournament. Now, Tampa does play against Florida Southern on May 7th. That may or may not decide who wins the conference and who makes it to the Southern region tournament. But if Rollins can win this game, they give themselves a legitimate shot, being the 8th ranked team in the nation.
the energy level and the spark on both sides. You can feel it out here at Barker Family Stadium. Both teams ready to get going.
Logan Windsor and Dan Arison on the call as we get our first draw control of the game. Here we go. If you've heard my previous games against Lynn and Palm Beach Atlantic, you know how much I love Madison McGarry as she wins the opening draw control for Rollins.
Big time face-off. That's a key for today for Rollins. Get off to a hot start.
As she immediately comes off, you know, almost like a logo in men's lacrosse. She does such a great job with that. We get a bunch of switching right away, and off we are running in Rollins' circle offense.
Eden Cook getting to her spot right behind the net, trying to make something happen and get Rollins on the board early.
Yeah, her and Gastonguay almost play like an X and facilitate as the two lead in assists for Rollins. Approaching the 50-second mark in the shot clock, Fahey's trying to get something going, but I think Tampa's had enough film on her to know how to stop her. Fahey coming off 5 goals against Palm Beach Atlantic and 5 in the previous game against Florida Southern. She's had 3 5-goal games on the year.
Nice cut there from Gastonway. Good shot on net, and Rollins keeps possession.
30 seconds now. Tampa doing a good job on defense here. Kinley trying to find something in the middle, no good. 20 seconds now. You can see Rollins running with a pace you don't see from him very often. Shot on goal, skip it up and good. Abigail Cawley coming in, getting the first goal of the game. Little bounce kick in there, getting the first goal with 1 minute and 30 seconds in.
Logan, when you talked about this offense, you said methodical. They were moving the ball around, great movement. They were attacking early. It results in a goal from Cawley. Little bounce shot, finds the back of the net. Number 5, Abigail Cawley, the sophomore attack, puts Rollins on the board. That was one of the goals for Rollins. Get out to a hot start and get that lead.
Yeah, not only get off to a hot start, but get her involved. She wasn't involved much in the Palm Beach Atlantic game, but here getting a goal in the first 90 seconds.
And a big high five and a pat on the back from the coach. Cawley with the early goal.
As we hear the Gary chants coming from the sideline. Once again, McGarry gets a good draw control off. It's all up to now, and she's got it. Isabella Checky getting the draw control win there as McGarry gets the job done.
Ground ball is so big in lacrosse. I feel like that's the effort play in lacrosse. They're getting on the floor. They're getting their knees dirty. They're getting those ground balls.
Well, the big thing about those draw controls is that if you keep winning them, Tampa ain't going to be back on offense anytime soon. Rollins does so good at winning the time and possession battle every single game. Against Lynn, they had the ball for 45 minutes out of the 60 minutes. It's hard to score when you don't have the ball.
Especially in lacrosse, possession's so big. Those face-offs mean so much more.
Well, with a newly introduced shot clock about 3 years ago, teams can't just run out the clock anymore, but still, 90 seconds is a lot of time. We get a free net here. Gastonguay trying to get the goal, but it is deflected.
She got her own rebound there. That's effort right there from Gastonguay. She wants it.
But Bridget getting a save after allowing the first goal with 90 seconds.
And a fresh new shot clock, too.
One-on-one here. Marina Longo trying to get in, no good, as Rollins resets. Liz Fahey, are you kidding me? From 20 feet? Liz Fahey, another skipper in there. And that's 2 goals now in the first 3 minutes against number 6 Tampa.
Constant pressure from this offense. They're really making the defense work. And couple shots on net and a 2-0 early lead for the Tars. Exactly the start they were looking for.
The spin move by Fahey and the skipper. That's how Bridget allows goals. Bridget does a really good job at protecting the top corners of the net. You saw that against Palm Beach Atlantic and Florida Southern early in the year. So Rollins clearly doing their film, making sure where to attack her.
We talked about it, revenge. They played the first game of the season. Rollins might have been a little rusty in their first game, but not coming out rusty here. 2 goals in the first 3 minutes.
So if you're Tampa here, you either got to get a stop or you got to get a draw control win. And against McGarry herself, that is hard to do. I almost prefer this over the face-off in men's lacrosse. This becomes way more exciting. As we're going to get a redo there. Going up against McGarry is Lizzie Pierpoint, the sophomore from Colorado. The Gary chants every single time she gets on a run. You can hear it from the lacrosse bench for Rollins.
Both benches getting involved. Like we said, the spark and the juice is evident.
Third in a row, controlled in there by Hannah Forbes. And she kind of gets hit there. That was almost like a frustration foul. That's going to be on CC Colombo, who we mentioned in the opener, the lead assist in the SSC conference.
Just a little trip up, no harm intent. The feet got tangled up a little bit, and it wound up with Forbes on the ground. But Rollins keeps possession. Here comes Fahey trying to put in another one. Constant pressure from this Rollins offense, really making the defense work.
Yeah. It's something you don't see very often. You will see defenses play very close to the net, making sure you can't get within 10 feet. But Tampa is playing up and getting personal with the Rollins offense. As we get a deflection there, that was a good read.
Still loose, ground ball.
That was Alexa on that, getting a little deflection in there, and they are going to call a foul. That might be a free position goal for Rollins, possibly. It is. Foul on the loose ball. That's going to be Marina Longo with the chance to go up 3-0 early on. But she will defer as she didn't see a good look there.
Still time in the shot clock. Like you said, deliberate offense, but putting constant pressure on the Spartans.
A lot of cutbacks for Rollins so far. Every time they get up to the top, they seem to be spinning back, trying to catch Tampa on a little ankle breaker.
Gaston Guay, hard to the net.
Yeah.
But Rollins there. Pick up another ground ball. The effort level out of Rollins right now is awesome.
That's the second by Longo as we get a reset shot clock now. Gaston Guay, wide open net, no good. Once again, going up high, but good job there by Bridget, and that is her strong suit, defending
I'd like to see Gaston Guay kind of go to that left hand a little bit. She was open right there, nobody on her.
Yeah. Another deflection, the pass from Gaston Guay, and the shot by Longo. 2 feet from the net. 3-0 now for Rollins.
Gaston Guay upset she didn't finish that one, so might as well get a primary assist. We'll call that a hockey assist there for the Rollins Tars. Gaston Guay sets up Longo, and an ideal start for the Rollins Tars in a must-win game.
Yeah, Gaston Guay, she plays behind the net very often and finds the cutters, finds Longo a couple feet from the net, and when you're 2 feet from the goalkeeper, Bridget can't do much more than that. Bridget had 2 or 3 saves in that possession, but Rollins is just recovering these ground balls.
Like I said, the effort level is, Rollins is taking it to another level. It looks like they wanted a little bit more than the Spartans right now. Won 3 faceoffs and resulted in 3 goals.
Yeah. Every team in this SSC conference is a tough team. Florida does a really good job of getting good women's lacrosse teams. But finishing off the season against Palm Beach Atlantic and Florida Tech would have been disappointing, not getting their opportunity to win the conference. With the cancellation against Florida Tech, Rollins is getting that chance.
And a foul on Tampa, and another possession for the Tars. Tampa hasn't even gotten the ball on Rollins' defensive end yet.
4 in a row for McGarry.
And right away, they're coming out with pressure.
Once again, the skip pass, and it's in. That is Gaston Guay on the lower left corner. Gaston Guay with her second goal of the game.
So the foul leads to a transition opportunity for the Tars, and they're coming out aggressive. They go right to the net. Number 21 makes a great pass, and Gaston Guay finishes.
That was Eden Cook making one of her few starts on the year. And Tampa calls a timeout. Well, Dan, all the prep I did this week for this, I had a lot of ideas of what could happen. This is not one of them. 4-0 for Rollins in the first 5 minutes. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Rollins up 4 against Tampa.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Back here in Winter Park, Florida, 4-0. Rollins leading number 6 Tampa. Dan, what has Rollins done to get to this 4-0 lead with only 5 minutes into the game?
Seems like it's evident they want to build that resume and put themselves in position to enter the NCAA tournament. They know this is their last chance to impress the committee at the NCAA tournament, and 4 goals in the first 5 minutes. That's how you do that.
As Tampa looks like it's going to get its first draw control win of the day. That is Caitlin Miller on the transition, getting the clear off.
And into the game comes Lauren McNeil, their goal scorer.
Yeah,
McNeil, CC Colombo, a couple names to watch out for. Tampa, they haven't been on offense yet, so we haven't gotten to mention their names.
Yeah, and for Rollins, keep an eye on Whitney McMillan. She's the freshman making her first start of the year on defense. She will usually go against the leading assist player on the other team, so watch her against CC Colombo today.
In the first match, they let up 13 goals against Tampa. Definitely had to be a goal for coach coming into this game. Limit them to less than 13 goals.
Yeah. As we see McGarry stay in the game, it's very rare that after the draw control, McGarry will come in, but she's making her start on defense today. You can see McNeil trying to get inside, trying to get anywhere near one of the best goalkeepers in the Sunshine State Conference, Gabby Tanner, going in as she just chucks that thing to midfield as Rollins gets the clear off with no resistance.
I was excited to see Gabby Tanner whip that ball past midfield, and that was a great outlet pass right there.
Yeah, usually goalkeepers in women's lacrosse, they'll do a little dink and dunk, and they'll get it towards the clear while, getting pressured a little. Gabby Tanner, she's a soccer player. She just chucks that thing to midfield and hopes somebody's there to get it. And that time it was Bridget Cawley. So here we go again. After a quick offensive possession by Tampa, Rollins is back trying to get to 5 points. Feed inside by Liz Fahey. Did she get that? She did? Off the bounce?
Little backdoor pass, finds a ground ball, picks it up, scoop and score. Liz Fahey, 5-0 for the Tars in the first quarter. Ground ball, picks it up all in one motion, find where the goalie is not, and put it home. Liz Fahey makes it a 5-0 game in the first quarter. Logan can't envision this to start for the Tars.
Liz Fahey had a goal against Lynn a couple weeks ago where she caught a pass on a cut, dove and tossed it in late in the second half. That is up there with one of her better goals. Just a ball just in the middle. It seems like it was a pass. If it was, I want to credit her the assist. That was Claire Reese. They're going to call the assist on that. 5-0 Rollins, 23-16 left in the first half. This could not be going better for them. And if they get a monumental good win against Tampa, their rankings are going to skyrocket this week. I believe they're still, as we get the draw control win. That was Taylor
Great
Kinley
effort there
finally
from
getting
Kinley,
that.
the senior from Winter Park, Florida, making it happen.
Yeah. McGarry, 5 for 6 today on the draw controls. I know there's not a stat for who wins the draw controls on those face-offs, but I'm making one because McGarry does such a good job.
And it seems like Rollins is operating quickly. We talked about them being a deliberate offense, but they're going early in shot clocks. They haven't gotten it under 20 seconds.
Yeah, usually you don't see that. Usually they wait until under 40 seconds left, but here they're attacking Tampa. Liz Fahey, 10 feet away from the goal, gets berated there and loses the ball. That was Danny Waters on the defense there. .45 seconds now. Rollins being aggressive and drawing the foul. Trying to get a number in there. We're a ways away from the action, so sometimes it's hard to see the number right away. That was Eden Cook, as she is going to get the free position shot here. On the left wing, Eden Cook. Go up 6-0. Cook, high up and strong. Eden Cook getting her first goal of the game. She had a hat trick against Tampa in their first matchup. She gets her first of the day. It is 6-0 now.
Just finds it top right, beats Sutter. Sutter was one of the best goalies in this conference. She's given up 6 goals in the first 8 minutes of the first quarter. Tars taking it to her.
I mean, she's been under action all day. I mean, Tampa's only had one possession on offense the entire afternoon so far. So you can't expect her to get a save every single time, especially because Rollins is getting so close to the net on these. They're doing a really good job on the backdoor cuts, and they're just getting a good free position goal. The entire Rollins bench in unison, cheering on Gary here.
And that's been evident from the start. The Rollins bench has been way more active than Tampa. They look like they're more excited to play. They know what's on the line.
Well, when you go down 6-0, it's hard to force that energy. When you know you've been one of the best teams in the Southern region all year, and now you're down 6-0 with less than 10 minutes in the first half.
Here's a little spark for Tampa. Bench gets energized a little bit, foul on Rollins, and Tampa gets the ball back.
We get a chance to see this Rollins defense for the second time today. We get a couple people checking in. That's Piper Treader, one of the spark plugs for Rollins against Palm Beach Atlantic last game.
Momentum swings quickly in lacrosse, though. Rollins, they're in control of the game, but definitely not over. There's so much time to play. It hasn't even been 10 minutes in this first half.
Yeah. From our official, Nikki Stumpf gets a yellow card there. Going for the draw control, trying to get that ball, but on the ground ball, was a little too aggressive. As here we go, Tampa, the best offense in the SSC, and they can't even get it past to their offense. Here comes Rollins in transition. Taylor Kinley trying to get it there, but Tampa does a good job at stopping them. That's Danny Waters making sure to control the damage. But here we go, Rollins once again, 6-0. 21 minutes left in just the first half. Is now. We get a little breather. They get to relax. Tampa gets to reset their defense, and Rollins looks to get their 7th goal on the day. Gaskingoy trying to find somebody on the cut. A lot of movement up front. You can see Stumpf and Fahey trying to get open. Eden Cook also. Cauley double teamed on the baseline, trying to get around. They're doing a good job at getting her away from the offense. Tampa gets the turnover, and here we go. The turnover there by Cauley, trying to get a clear for Tampa, and they do.
I was just about to say, they're down 6-0. Got to make adjustments on defense, so aggressive double team.
Piper coming off the bench, trying to get in transition. Shot on goal is good. Hannah Bush getting the first goal of the day for Tampa. Attacking high and strong, almost like she dunked on Gabby Tanner from 2 feet as Tampa's on the board.
Great defense leads to a transition opportunity for Tampa. First shot on net results in a goal for the Spartans. Now 6-1. Like I said, momentum can change quickly in lacrosse.
Yeah, that was the freshman Abigail Cauley on the turnover there. Rare miscue by her. She was getting double teamed in pressure, trying to get her out of bounds, and then she just loses the ball and Tampa goes in transition.
Expect some adjustments for Tampa. Maybe lay back a little bit and double team a little. Do something different. 6 goals in the first 10 minutes. That can't make Coach Gallagher happy.
You saw Tampa clapping it up after that. They're getting excited now. Tampa's not going to let this be a blowout. They're going to fight tooth and nail.
There's a reason they're the number 6 team in the country. Bridget Sutter is going to put it down. So Rollins got to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Don't let up and keep this 5-goal lead.
6-1 now at 20-41. McGarry. Has only lost 2 draw controls on the day. She's 5 for 7. This to make it 6. Off and away, and it is going to be controlled by Rollins. That's Isabella Checky. That's her 2nd draw control of the day. As McGarry gets the stick checks and high fives on the bench. Interesting now, I don't believe I see Abigail Cauley for this possession. It's going to be Fahey Longo. And checking in for the first time, Laura Noonan. I also see Allie Rogers out there along with her, and Abigail Cauley does now check in. So you got the best of the best out there right now for Rollins trying to get their 7th goal.
And the fans starting to crowd around Barker Family Stadium.
They know what's on the line. They had to be here to witness this. What a excellent recovery there by Cauley and resets the shot clock.
Showing off the vertical, got the ups and the ball.
Longo gets an open shot, skips it in, but it is deflected by Bridget. Now the question is, can Tampa recover this? And they don't. But another save there by Bridget. That was Eden Cook trying to get the goal. So we're getting a scramble for the ball now.
It seems like every ground ball White is coming up with. They want it more. They're more aggressive on the ground balls. And the effort level is there.
comparable to offensive rebounding in basketball. Rollins just adding on to their already stacked amount of possessions. Resets it now to Liz Fahey, the leader of this offense.
And the shot clock resets there, so another 90 seconds for this offense.
Any momentum that Tampa had on that last goal could be extinguished here if Rollins can get a goal. It might already be. This is about 2 minutes now. Rollins has had the ball. Gastonguay trying to spin and take a shot. Gets it on the top right corner. Gastonguay, second goal of the game, third point. Rollins up 7-1 now.
Top cheese. Caroline Gastonguay puts it home, picks out her spot top right, and rips it home. Sutter can't do anything about it. Gastonguay extends the lead to 6.
Location, location, location. Bridget has done the goalkeeper for Tampa has done a great job at covering 3/4 of the goal, whether it's covering one top right corner and then guarding the bottom. But Rollins just keeps finding that small spot to lay it in there.
Gastonguay having a word with her head coach, Dennis Short. He's got to be loving her effort today. Couple goals already, and a 7-1 advantage for the Tars.
Yeah, you don't see her score multiple goals in a game very often. Usually she's the one that gets a lot of points, with a lot of assists. Today, it is all about Caroline Gastonguay. We hear the rally cries, the monkey screams from the women's lacrosse bench here for Rollins as McGarry trying to get her 7th draw control win.
You can see how much the Rollins Tars faithful cares about this game, though. They're lining up outside, not allowed in the stadium due to COVID restrictions, but there is a line of fans outside. Probably about 20 or 30 fans came out on this Sunday to watch some Tars lacrosse.
You want to know how this game is going, Dan? I can tell you in one stat. Tampa's got 2 shots on goal. Rollins has 15.
Possession, possession, possession.
You know, if you have the ball, usually score more. Fahey with 57 seconds left on the shot clock. Fakes the pass to Kinley. Now gives it to her. Nice spin move by Kinley, but the ball is deflected out of her stick as Tampa now running that quick transition offense, gets the clear, and here we go.
Great effort there from number 7, Adamo from the Tars.
Yeah.
Came back and made the play, caused the turnover.
Yeah, Adamo getting the clear defense there as Rollins isn't going to allow Tampa
like
to
I
get
said,
an offensive
the
possession.
Effort level when Logan from this Rollins Tars team is evident. It's their last chance to build on their resume. And they're putting on a clinic today at Barker Family Stadium.
Unfortunately, Claire Reese does go out of bounds there on the clear, so that will be unsuccessful as Tampa trying to get just their 3rd offensive possession on the day. Clears the line, and here we go. 7-1, Tampa is down. They need some goals, and they need them fast. Get the ball to Colombo, and let's see what can happen. Start off with McNeil. Running around for the Tampa offense. We have Jenny out there. We have Lizzie Pierpoint.
The Tampa offense just looks a little stagnant to me. Not a lot of movement, a lot of people standing around, not a lot of people getting open.
An opening was there, but it is closed quickly there by Tanner. A dive and a fall as she's going to draw the foul. It's Jania Santerpigo. Here we go in the free position. 7-1. This is the chance to get their 2nd goal in the day. Tanner on the day so far has allowed 1 goal and 1 save. She's 50% on the day. It is from 10 feet away. It is going to be all up to her. Shot on goal is high and saved by Gabby Tanner. Deflected on the top left corner. Gabby Tanner like a brick wall in there says no, no, no. 2nd save of the day for Tanner.
She looked confident in that one. Saw it the whole way and made the save.
As a lacrosse goalie, from being about 5 yards out, that is the worst case scenario on a free position, but Tanner does an excellent job. As we're going to get another foul there. They're going to call I believe an offsides here or an offensive foul on Tampa. They're going to give the ball to Rollins. Poor miscue there by 31. That's Olivia Mott. as Rollins trying to clear the ball now. That's Audia Field Ridley. We haven't seen much of her, but as I always say for defensive players, if you don't call their name, that means they're doing something right.
Some speed from the senior from Orlando, Florida, making it happen and takes a hit to make the play. Foul on Tampa.
The senior, before last game against Palm Beach Atlantic, just a little nugget that I remember from last game. She was 2 for 2 in her career on shots on goal. She has 2 shots and 2 makes. Last week, during senior night, she went all the way down the field in the second half and took a shot and missed. So she ruined her 100% shot percentage. And now she's 2 for 3. I think she wanted to get a little makeup there.
2 for 3 will get you into the Baseball Hall of Fame. 60s batting 6,600.
Yeah. Feeding through the defense and good. That's Sammy Atamo getting her first goal of the game.
Sammy Atamo, I wanted to mention her name. Against Florida Southern, scored a buzzer beater goal with 3 seconds left to take down number 3 Florida Southern. And here extends the lead. Now 7 goals, cuts right through the defense and finds the back of the net, and the stick goes flying. Sammy Atamo puts it in. Rollins 8, Tampa 1.
We mentioned it last game a couple weeks ago. Rollins had a stretch of 3 games against 3 ranked opponents where they just couldn't get a blowout. Every game came down to the final seconds. You mentioned that buzzer beater against Florida Tech. Rollins versus Florida Tech. That was a Gaston Guay overtime buzzer beater to win it. Rollins against St. Leo. It was 13-13 with 2 minutes left. Then Rollins got 2 quick goals thanks to Maria Longo and Taylor Kinley to win 15-13. And then Florida Southern. That was a Sammy Atamo 4-second winner against the number 4 ranked team in the nation.
Couldn't have drawn up a better start here for the Tars. 8-1 lead. They are in total control.
I don't think in your wildest dreams you could have had a better start against one of the best teams in the SSC conference. Their offense has seemed stagnant, and the Rollins defense has been perfect, only allowing 1 goal. Everyone's contributing so far for Rollins for these 8 goals. Cauley, Fahey, Longo, Gastonguay, Fahey again, Cook, Gastonguay again, and Sammy Atamo all have goals on the day. 6 different girls. But for Tampa, you got to cut this between at least 5, you'd think, before halftime, right?
We're halfway through the first quarter, and they have 1 goal.
They only have 3 shots on goal.
I don't know season totals, but this has got to be a season low for Tampa. And the defense is just smothering right now from the Tars. No space for Tampa, no room to create. And easy clears, too. Tampa really has not been able to put pressure on them.
Yeah. So far, their lowest goal totals in the entire year, that was a loss against Florida Southern, and that was 9. So Rollins doing something that no other SSC conference team could have done all year. The lowest half totals they've had year was the second half against Florida Southern, where they allowed 3. So if Tampa doesn't get 2 more goals here, they're facing season history here. That soft, methodical offense, Eden Cook trying to find something inside.
I was about to say, with the 7-goal lead, you don't have to rush. You don't have to go right away. You can use the clock. The clock is your friend.
You can rein that shot clock all the way down. Skip pass there by Cook trying to get it inside, but Tampa is going to come away with it. Hey, I worked with Fahey. Maybe it could work again, but unsuccessful that time. Bridget holding on to that ball as long as she can so we can get substitutions in. As we see about 5 different substitutions for both teams. Marissa Ferris checks in for the first time this game, along with Whitney McMillan also coming in.
Even on that play there, the hustle there from Caroline Gastonguay to get back, make a play on the ball, cause a little turnover. Tampa picks it up, but the hustle there is there from the Tars.
Yeah, it's been there all day so far, the hustle and the energy. This is a team that wants to play more lacrosse this year, I can tell you that much. Good save there by Gabby Tanner on the shot, but I believe they're going to call a foul there. That was CC Colombo on the shot attempt. Gabby Tanner saved it, but they're going to call a foul.
Love the aggressiveness there from Gabby Tanner. Come out of your net, face the shot head on, and an easy save. Unfortunately, a penalty called and a free.
We're 18 minutes in, but this may be one of the better games Gabby Tanner has had all year. Going one-on-one now with the free position. The lead assist girl in the SSC conference, CC Colombo versus Gabby Tanner. Here we go. CC on the shot, too high and too strong off the fence. It is recovered by Tampa, though.
And a fresh shot clock for the Spartans. It's early in the game still, but I would qualify this as a must-score possession.
A must-score as just a momentum. At least get a shot on goal, make it seem like you can be aggressive. Loose ball there, fumbled away by CC as she's able to recover it. I think they're going to call the foul there on Bridget Cawley. Bridget Cawley, the sister of Abigail Cawley. Bridget was on the team last year. She's a sophomore this year. She recruited her sister, Abigail. I'd say that's been working out so far.
Couple pairs of sisters in this game. For Tampa, too, they have 3 sets of sisters on the team with the Colombos.
Yeah, Gina, Cece, and Gia. I would say those are some pretty good genes they got. 40 seconds now as Rollins pushed Tampa all the way to the midfield point. But this is where Tampa succeeds in this transition. But great defense there. That was Marissa Ferris not allowing her to get inside. Quick passes here, quick succession, and the goal. That's Emma McLowan, the sophomore from New York, getting the second goal of the day for Tampa.
McLaughlin, hard cut to the net and fires it home. A huge goal for the Spartans.
Nice catch here by her also.
Lefty the whole way, left corner, picks it out, puts it home. Spartans cut the deficit to 6 goals. That was a huge goal there from the Spartans. They needed something to get themselves going. Energy on the bench, spark it up, and Spartans' second goal of the day.
Yeah, it's interesting. So Tampa does a good job at the transition, especially when they get a save and then they go quick in transition. They almost set themselves up like they were in transition. They brought it all the way to the midfield line and then attacked as fast as they could. Rollins has just been doing an excellent job when they're stagnant and they got the circle formed. Hannah Forbes won Defensive Player of the Week a few weeks ago, and she's been excellent this game. My apologies if I don't mention every defensive player for Rollins. If I don't mention them, that usually means they're doing an excellent job, which this Rollins defense is probably the best in the SSC conference. McGarry on the draw control. Tried to be recovered there by Audia Field Ridley, and she does. It was deflected off her, lost where the ball was like a catcher, and then picked it up and ran with it.
The ground balls, I'll keep mentioning it. It's just effort plays from White.
Yeah. Field Ridley keeps attacking. She's all the way on the other side of the field. As she sets up the offense, and you can see her trot back, in her victory trot. So Rollins allowing the goal in the previous possession. This is their chance to extend their already monumenous lead. 8-2 with 10:50 left on the shot, on the play clock in the first half.
I love the movement from the Tars right now. They're trying to get open. They're making plays. This little swing offense is working.
It's that spin move by Kinley she does each time, and Fahey does it also. Fahey passes into Kinley, gets it inside, down low, scoop it up and score. 9-2 now for Rollins. Kinley on the shot.
Usually the goal scorer. Here she's the playmaker. Finds Kinley, the senior from Winter Park, Florida, right here in Winter Park. She gets it, fends off defenders, and a little backhand, finds the back of the net, bounces it in. 9-2 Tars.
Second assist on the day for Fahey. She's also got 2 goals. You know, maybe she won't get 5 goals this game, but sure she will be involved. 9-2 now.
She's been lighting it up. Coming into this game in her last 2, she's had 10 goals. Liz Fahey. I'm not on the committee, but all Sunshine State Conference.
Oh, you'd have to. That's almost locked in at this point. I called.
And a goalie change. Sutter coming out of the game. 2-time Sunshine State Conference Player of the Week, getting pulled. That's just the adjustments you got to make as a coach, being down 9-2, and like a loser leaves town game, as we mentioned earlier.
That'll be Alex Walling coming in, the freshman from California. You don't see many California lacrosse players, but Tampa's got a few of them. Ref duck it out of the way. He almost got hit with the ball there, but nice recovery by him.
The athleticism.
Spin move and shot and deflection and save. Gabby Tanner with her 4th save of the day. She is a brick wall in the goal right now.
Just looks calm and confident in that, not worried about anything and just whipping it around.
Tampa coming in that elite transition off the misclear by Rollins. Rollins does a good job at stopping their transition and they have to reset. That was Whitney McMillan stopping what would have been probably the 3rd goal of the day for Tampa.
I'm going to say this last 10 minutes is the most important 10 minutes of the half. Tampa's not out of this game yet. They're down 7 goals, but they can create some momentum here in this last 10 minutes.
Yeah, one of the better offenses in the SSC. They score goals in bunches.
And if you're Rollins, you really want to put it on Tampa. Don't let them back in the game. It's 9-2, and you can extend here.
Yeah, Whitney doing a good job not allowing anything from that left corner. 49 seconds left. Rollins doing a great job so far. Getting inside and losing the ball, but they're going to call a foul, I believe. That was Abby Stellhorn trying to get inside, but she draws the foul?
Little slash on the wrist.
Excuse me. That was number 11. That was Emma on that. My apologies. But here we go in the free position. Gabby Tanner's done an excellent job this game. Can she get another save? She unfortunately can't. That is Emma with her second goal of the game. 2 straight for her. As the Tampa, here we go. This is what you were talking about. Last 10 minutes, this is their chance to cut this lead a little.
Emma McLaughlin again on a free play. Here gets into the net, picks it out, bounces it in. 9-3 Tars. And a huge face-off here. This is big. Yeah. Tampa starting to generate some momentum. You hear their bench getting louder. Coach Gallagher making some adjustments. New goalie in. And Tampa cuts the lead down to 6.
You mentioned pregame. They always seem to chuck their stick down after every goal. Emma there just chucks it down, almost like, yes, we finally got another goal. That's our 3rd of the game. We're getting up there.
Almost in a little bit of anger, like finally we're back in the game. 3rd goal of the day. They're not used to being shut down for 3 goals.
They're the number 6 team in the nation. They're not used to being shut down like this. But I mean, when you go against Rollins, this is always a possibility. But Tampa now ties their season low in goals and a half with 3.
And almost a screaming match between the benches here.
Kinley on the draw control, unable to get it. As here we go. This is it. Tampa in transition. Caitlin Miller. As we reset here. That was Sarah Heineke on that. I'm going to need binoculars soon.
That looks like a fun place to watch the game, though, right behind the net with some shade right there behind the shot clock.
We got some nice shade here, too, I would say. We got the little canopy up here. It's nice and cozy here. 90 degrees here, Winter Park, Florida. 9-3, Rollins versus Tampa. Dan Arison and Logan Windsor on the call.
Like Logan said, it's 90 degrees, and he's got a quarter zip and pants on.
You know, I got that Wisconsin blood. You know, if I show a little bit of skin out here, I'm going to get burned. It's almost like a second layer of skin almost.
Another great defensive play there from the Tars. And then creates another possession from them. That's been the biggest difference I've seen. Rollins has had the ball on the offensive end way more than Tampa.
Yeah, Rollins 3 for 6 on clears now on the day. Usually they're above 50%, but the Tampa defense, even though they've allowed 9 goals, they are very strong, especially in transition. We see Cawley come in now. We got the usual suspects out there. I see Kinley, I see Longo. I see Cawley, I see Rogers and Fahey, along with Gastonguay in the back. They've had the same 8 girls on offense pretty much every time today, and it has just been working. I see Eden Cook back there also now. She's been back there trying to get some assists on the day.
But nobody's holding the ball for too long. They're really moving it around. Possession is huge for this team. Nobody holds the ball for longer than 10 seconds.
Yeah, you don't want to force a shot until it gets like that 20-second mark in the shot clock, just with the lead that you have. Fahey is doing everything she can to cut inside, but Cawley gets a good catch there. 20 seconds now, Rollins has got to be aggressive. Rogers, 1-on-1, finds Gastonguay with 15 seconds. Gastonguay, the field general, trying to find a cutter. She gets hit, and she will get a free position. Bad luck there for Tampa. There was only 9 seconds left. but Gastonguay gets pushed a little there. Maybe
physical play from Tampa.
Little physical. Maybe she a little exaggerated there. Took in some acting classes. But Gastonguay with 9 seconds, trying to get her second goal of the day. Gastonguay backs up, gets it to Fahey. No good. 5 seconds now. Rollins has got to hurry up. 3, 2, 1. As a smart play there by Eden Cook, she knew she wasn't going to be able to get a shot off, so she doesn't allow Tampa to go in transition and just chucks it at the fence.
With a little assist there from the bench, they're letting her know time, what she needs to do. She throws it out of bounds, doesn't let Tampa get a transition opportunity. Yeah. Smart play from Eden Cook.
Yeah. But here comes Tampa in transition where they succeed. Fahey on the recovery and gets the steal. Fahey hit on the top. Aggressive play there ruins the transition. Gastonguay had a wide open net.
Is there anything like a clear path foul in women's lacrosse? Because that's what that was.
I would hope so, but unfortunately not. Whether it was purposeful or not, a lucky break there for Tampa as they ring up Liz Fahey a little. A yellow card will be assessed.
Gastonguay made an athletic move to catch that that pass from Fahey there. Like you said, it was a breakaway. So a smart foul from Tampa.
Yeah. That was Abby Hope as she gets the yellow card for Tampa. Resets now for Rollins, 90 seconds on the shot clock. Fahey, hopefully she's not shaken up too much. That was a rough hit that she took.
She got back up quick, though, and was ready to go.
I've had discussions with Justin and Wyatt the last couple games about the aggressiveness of women's lacrosse, how it's a little different than men's, how they don't have the pads, how you can't do certain things. This game may be one of the most aggressive I have seen out of Rollins. It is physical, it is tough, and Tampa's coming at him. Cauley catches it, but a good deflection there.
And a great save by the new goalkeeper for Tampa.
Yeah, that was Alex Walling, the new goalkeeper. She's done a good job so far, only allowing a single goal. Actually, I checked that. She hasn't allowed a goal at all. Fahey on the shot. She gets the goal, but they're going to call a foul? Second time now Fahey has been denied a goal. Tampa just keeps catching breaks, but I wouldn't want to be in a free position opportunity with Liz Fahey with the ball. She had 3 against Lynn a couple weeks ago. Fahey off the post, no good, but it is recovered by Gastonguay. Gastonguay in the Cauley, it is good. Cauley with her second goal of the game with a perfect assist there by Gastonguay.
Add to her assist total. That's near the top of the Sunshine State Conference for Caroline Gastonguay. Keeps her head up and finds the open woman, puts it home. Big goal for the Tars. They were on a little scoring drought there and extend the lead back to 7. That's big time from the Tars.
I mean, it was good awareness by Caroline because the ball went off the post high up in the air, and Caroline was able to recover that, see Cauley cutting, and delivers a perfect pass. I can tell you, when you're cutting like that, catching a pass in midair with that lacrosse stick is difficult. You don't see it very often. You usually see people get the ball around the perimeter and then cut, but Rollins does such a good job with those passes inside.
Able to keep her head up, too. You got to look where you're shooting. Know the open spots. Rollins is doing that to a T right now.
Yeah. Rollins having a little bit of a position disagreement. Trying to see how many girls they need on the field right now. Currently they have 11. McGarry back in for the draw controls. They needed some wins out of her, and look at that. Within 2 seconds, they get the draw control win. Isabella Cecchi, that's her third. Cecchi trying to find open room, sprinting like a spark plug off the bench. But is unable as Cecchi and McGarry both come out immediately.
Face-offs in women's lacrosse versus men's, another huge difference. And I feel like I like the face-off for women's a little bit more. It brings in a little bit more effort and more ground balls. So more effort on the possession.
Great inside cut there by Eden Cook, but Tampa has been doing a great job all day on that. Fahey getting inside, but loses the ball. She had it in her net on the back, but just drops it. As here comes Tampa in transition, down 3-10 with under 5 minutes left in the first half.
Fahey back-to-back missed opportunities. First on the free play, and they're right on the edge of the crease. 2 missed opportunities from Rollins' leading goal scorer.
Yeah, you don't see that from her very often, but that's 2 straight mistakes by her. As here comes Tampa now. Rollins has had some new girls there on defense this game that you don't see from very often, and they've just been doing an excellent job at walling off any Tampa attackers. But that is a great goal, up high and strong. Trying to get a number right now, but I believe that was Alexa on that, but we'll double check. I can hear from the bench, it's going to be Gia Colombo, the sister of Cece, getting her first goal of the day.
Family from North Carolina putting the Spartans back on the board. 10-4 for the Tars. Huge goal from the Spartans. They're really responding in this last 10 minutes, keeping the game within reach.
I think Gabby Tanner was almost shocked that the shot attempt was made there. That was from about 10 yards out.
It was good defense there from the Tars. They had a girl right with her, riding her stick. She was able to get the shot off and pinpoint accuracy.
I mentioned about 15 minutes ago, if Tampa wants to recover after this just monstrous offense from Rollins in the first half, they need to get within 5. They're at 6. It's 10-4. Tampa probably needs 1 or 2 more goals to make this a competitive second half. But that's hard to do when you have McGarry on these draw controls. McGarry chucks that thing up, and that if Checky can get this, it'll be her 4th, and she does. It has been the dynamic duo of McGarry and Checky on these draw controls.
McGarry's been outstanding on these draw controls, really helping Rollins with possessions and leading to their 10 goals.
Yeah. And Checky's been doing a great job at recovering them. I always find it interesting. I had this conversation with Wyatt Wells the previous game. Checky is going to get credit for the draw control win there while McGarry gets nothing?
Well, Checky's making the hustle play. It's a loose ground ball. McGarry gets the ball up in the air, and Checky hustles her butt off and makes the play.
As here we go now. About to be 50 seconds left in the shot clock. 3:30 left in the first half. Rollins trying to extend this lead. Already has a 10-4 lead. Riding her up, trying to get a goal. Good pass there, and the shot, no good. It was deflected by number 22 there. I think that was Danny Waters on the deflection from Maria Longo.
But look at the effort from the Tars. 3 white jerseys right around her as she tries to make the clear.
Yeah.
Hustling back.
Even though they're going to call a foul and give it to Tampa, excellent recovery defense there by Abigail Cawley.
Nothing's coming easy for the Spartans, but here in transition, here they come.
Quick transition here for Tampa. This is their chance, down 10-4, to get this within 5. I think Abigail Cawley was showing her sister Bridget, hey, I can play defense too. It ain't that hard. Slow and methodical, trying to replicate Rollins. We're going to get another free position opportunity. They're going to call another foul. They've been kind of, I would say, the whistles have been blown often so far. We didn't see that much with the last game against Palm Beach. But this is going to be Tampa's 4th free position shot, and it is saved by Gabby Tanner. I think the ball kind of slipped out of her stick there, but Tanner gets her 5th save of the day.
And another foul call. And another free play. But Gabby Tanner's positioning on these free plays has been outstanding.
Yeah.
She's coming out of her net, taking away the angles for Tampa and being aggressive.
We're going to get another yellow card. Yeah. We're going to get a check to the head, and that's going to be 2 minutes that Rollins is going to have one man down. That was the girl down now.
Coaching staff for the Tars trying to get organized on the man down. Make sure they have the right personnel out there.
Midfielder Jenny Santipio getting ready to possibly make this a 5-point game. Really drawing out the moment, 2:35. Jania going to refuse the shot with the whole shot clock remaining. Didn't want to force anything she didn't like. They keep blowing the whistles. Rollins keeps getting these fouls. It is another free position opportunity for Tampa. Hard to see the number. As soon as I see it, I'll let you know. 2:27 now. Tampa 1 for 4 on free positions for the day. But Rollins does a great job at defending that, but they're going to call another foul. That was Jania Sprinkle forcing the foul there. That's going to be up close and personal.
That will be 4 whistles in the last 3 seconds.
They're going to get another girl down. They're going to call another yellow card. They're going to do it. That's the second check to the head. Rollins is down 2 girls now. This is Tampa's opportunity not only to score a goal in this possession, but with 2:24, maybe you can get 1 or 2 more. It's very rare that you see this happen. Two girls down.
Fresh shot clock for the Spartans, too.
And that's Georgia here on the free position shot. She's the one that got checked in the head. So this is her chance. This game's still alive if she can make this goal. Gabby Tanner, have we said her name enough today?
I'm telling you, the positioning coming out of her net, taking away angles, calm in the net, and making saves left and right. Gabby Tanner holding the Tampa Spartan offense to 4 goals in the first half.
Dan, I think the refs are going to have to inspect her stick to see if there's magnets in there because the ball keeps getting attracted to her.
And a great clear there from Rollins. 2 men down, really trying to just drain this clock.
Missed opportunity by Tampa. They had 3 free positions in a single possession and couldn't get a goal. Are they going to call another foul here on Rollins? They are. 5 straight fouls against Rollins in the last 2 minutes, desperately hurting them. But when you got Gabby Tanner as your goalkeeper, I guess you can afford that.
Almost a costly turnover there from Tampa. A little careless with the ball, but they create another possession.
Wherever there's a mistake, there is CC to recover.
Only a minute left on the first man down penalty for the Tars.
Rollins only has 5 girls on defense, yet they're playing like they have 12. Good skip shot there, no good. As Rollins gets another defensive stop there.
You would think Tampa, with a 7-on-5 advantage, they would work the ball around, get a smart shot.
They get a smart shot, but Gabby Tanner deflects that once again. Her 6th save of the day, 60% so far.
So calm with the ball. She's got 2 Spartans right around her. Able to make an outlet pass that eventually finds its way to a white jersey.
Yeah. 42 seconds now. Rollins, if they want to, can just run this out to the end, but they get a transition. Gaston-Guay on transition, no good. Lost the ball in the shot, and it deflected off the post. Now Tampa has 30 seconds to get a shot. That's the second time now I've seen Gaston-Guay on transition. And we are now even. As Tampa ruins their chance up 2 men to possibly get a goal.
And another ground ball picked up by the Rollins Tars. This time Marissa Ferris there, the sophomore from Orlando. Ground ball's been the key in this first half for Rollins.
As Phil Ridley tells them just to drain the clock, as they do. We have reached halftime in Winter Park. Some would call this a surprising outcome, but if you've watched this Rollins women's lacrosse team, this is what you expect. Against the number 6 team in the nation, Tampa down 4 against Rollins.
Rollins outstanding to start that half. Came out firing like they knew what was on the line. We talked about loser leaves town. Only 6 teams make the NCAA tournament. Only 1 from the South Conference. So Rollins needs this game, needs a win to put themselves in contention to make the tournament. Boy, what a great first half it was.
4-10, Rollins is up against Tampa. We're going to go to halftime, but we will be back in a few minutes. For Dan Arison and Logan Windsor, we will see you in a moment with the Tars Sports Network.
What's the difference between good and great? Fire, grit, dedication. At Florida Tech, we face obstacles with integrity, with courageous character, with unbridled determination. We stand for knowledge, for a better tomorrow, and for each other. Give us an impossible task and let us get to work. In our pursuit of greatness, we are relentless. Florida Tech.
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before, and the student is...
Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
What's the difference between good and great? Fire, grit, dedication. At Florida Tech, we face obstacles with integrity, with courageous character, with unbridled determination. We stand for knowledge, for a better tomorrow, and for each other. Give us an impossible task and let us get to work. In our pursuit of greatness, we are relentless. Florida Tech.
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before. And
From the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
What's the difference between good and great? Fire, grit, dedication. At Florida Tech, we face obstacles with integrity, with courageous character, with unbridled determination. We stand for knowledge, for a better tomorrow, and for each other. Give us an impossible task and let us get to work. In our pursuit of greatness, we are relentless. Florida Tech.
Welcome back into Winter Park, Florida. It is a hot 90 degrees as we have possibly the game of the year for Rollins. They are up 10-4 against number 6 ranked Tampa. Logan Windsor here with Dan Arison. Dan, what was that? Rollins just scored like 7 goals in the first 10 minutes like it was nothing. What did they do to get past this elite Tampa defense?
Not only is this one of the best performances they've had this year, but in one of the biggest moments this year. In a must-win game against Tampa to put themselves in conversation for the NCAA tournament, they've come out firing. 10 goals in the first half, 6-goal lead, 7 different goal scorers for the Tars, so getting it done from all over. And they're working quick, they're working aggressive, they're moving the ball around, nobody's hanging on to it too long. Rollins' offense is clicking on all cylinders.
Quick recap for you. In the first 5 minutes, we had 3 goals. One by Abigail Cawley, then Liz Fahey, and then from the assist from Caroline Gastonguay, Maria Longo makes it 3-0. Then another 3-goal spurt in less than 2 minutes. Caroline Gastonguay gets the goal, Fahey gets her second, and then Eden Cook makes it 6-0. Then Hannah Bush for Tampa makes it a 6-1 game with 20 minutes left. Then Rollins goes on a quick run. Caroline and Sammy get 2 straight goals to make it 8-1. Then McLaughlin gets 2 goals to make it 9-3 for Tampa. Then quick goals by Cawley and Gia Colombo get us to where we are, 10-4.
I also want to mention Gabby Tanner. She was spectacular in that first half, stopping a couple free shots. She had a bunch of saves at critical times in the half, and really didn't let Tampa get back into the game. Kept that deficit 5 or 6 goals throughout the first half.
If you're above like 40 or 50% as a goalkeeper, you're generally doing a good job. Gabby Tanner is 60% right now. 6 saves, only allowing 4 goals. And she's had a lot of free position opportunities as Tampa is 1 for 5 on free positions. Dan, those are free goals, and they're 1 for 5.
The positioning and the angles she's taking away, Gabby Tanner's playing spectacular.
But my MVP right now, Madison McGarry, winning the draw control battle so far for Rollins, 11-4.
I think you just like the Gary chant coming from the Rollins
I love the Gary chant, and I love possessions, and that is what McGarry does. She loses it here, only the 5th draw control win on the day for Tampa. You can look at draw controls and goals as almost equivalents of each other. As Tampa has 5 draw control wins with 4 goals, and Rollins has 11 draw control wins on 10 goals. Gabby Tanner's back there for Rollins, and in the middle of the first half, we had a goalie change for Tampa. It is still going to be Alex Walling back there, the freshman.
Great pick by McGarry right there. Woo! Good defense.
Good defense, a good transition running. She's all by herself running now. Fahey loses the ball again. That's the 3rd time that she's lost the ball as she was holding it in the back.
Great defense from Aaron Sistick there. A Maryland native sophomore creates a possession for the Spartans.
This is where Tampa succeeds in this quick transition offense. Shot on goal is good. Are they going to call the foul, though? It is off as Tampa cuts it to a 5-goal deficit. Lizzie Pierpont getting it to 10-5 now.
Sniping it from distance. We talked about the transition opportunity for the Spartans. Here, Pierpont with a sidearm, top shelf, Pierpont rips it home, and the deficit is cut in half. Now it's a 5-goal lead for the Tars. Spartans with some energy on the bench, too.
Yeah.
Got to be careful with this momentum.
She's got that post-spin technician, was able to spin around the defense and get a good shot on goal. It's hard to do that when you spin yourself, to know where you are on the field and able to get a good shot. Great goal by her. This is what we needed from Tampa. 5-10, 10-5 now. With exactly 1 minute into the second half, Tampa was able to get their first goal. We're going to get a change here. I believe that she had the wrong stick. They're going to make a change now. They're going to switch it up a little bit. Changing it now, getting a mask on, doing everything you can. I will say it is unfortunate we haven't been able to have fans at Barker Family Stadium, but everyone is following COVID protocols perfectly. We had a senior night a couple weeks ago where we had a beautiful ceremony for all the seniors on this team, and we have the fans outside of the stadium right now rooting these girls on.
And want to mention our program, the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting at Full Sail University. Logan and I, both students there, and can't talk highly enough about the program and partnering with Rollins Lacrosse and getting to call awesome games like these.
Yeah. Quick transition here for Tampa. This is where they succeed, and Rollins does a good job at stopping that. Getting inside, getting up close to Gabby Tanner.
Already seeing some adjustments from the Tampa Spartans offense.
A lot
more movement and a lot more ball movement around.
The backdoor cuts for Tampa have been great these first minutes. But Rollins out there with a couple new faces. I'm seeing Megan DeGroat out there. I'm seeing Claire Reist. I'm seeing a lot of girls who did a great job in that first half. Trying to get that backdoor cut, finds it in, but saved there by Gabby Tanner off the shot.
Knew exactly where that shot was going, got a stick on it. Gabby Tanner, can't talk enough about how spectacular she's playing today. She looks confident in the net.
I'm telling you, man, she knows something that we don't.
Locked in.
New shot clock here for Tampa, but they are going to take no time at all trying to get it in. The save there by Tanner, but they're going to call another foul. The refs have been blowing the whistle hard and often today. Whether it's warranted or not, we're going to get a yellow card, so clearly was warranted.
I feel like anytime you take it harder than that, and even a little bit of contact throws you off, the referee is going to call that, from what we've seen today at least.
They're going to call the foul here on Tampa, actually. When there was the shot on goal, a foul was called. When I tell you who the foul is on, I will make sure to let you know. But I can tell you right now the card summary of today. Hannah Forbes has a yellow card, Megan DeGroat and Jania Sprinkle. And then for Tampa, Danny Waters. And on that previous play, it was Janie Santarpio. You don't see yellow cards very often in lacrosse, and we got 5 so far.
Both teams know what's at stake. They're both trying to build that resume and make sure that their names are selected a week from today.
To see Rollins going on offense for what seems like the first time this second half. Slow and methodical. But they find Fahey inside, and it's good. Fourth hat trick of the year for Fahey as she slams that in, almost deflecting it right off the pass. I'm not sure that ball was ever in the net.
In hockey, we call that one a one-timer. Gasingway setting up where she loves, right behind the net. And Fahey, hard cut to the net, and that ball is not in her stick for more than a second. I mean, just catches it, release, goal. Like you said, 4th hat trick of the year. Now she's got, let's do the math, 13 goals in her last 3 games, and we still have 27 minutes to play in the second half.
Gasingway here on the terrific pass. Like we said, it doesn't even touch that net. It almost seems like it bounces off the stick. Accurate shot there by Fahey. And the second goal allowed by Alex Walling. She's done a good job coming in relief late in the first half, but Fahey gets the better of her there.
Tough situation for a freshman goalie to come in. I'm looking, she went to Torrey Pines High School in San Diego, California. I'm a golf guy. Got to get this fact in.
Here we go.
U.S. Open is being played Torrey Pines in San Diego. Iconic golf course. Tiger Woods, it's where he won the U.S. Open on one leg. put the surgery off. Just saw that on the sheet. Had to mention it. Torrey Pines, tough situation for the freshman goalie to come in.
No matter how many games I do with Dan Arison, he always finds a way to get golf into there somehow.
Torrey Pines, it's on my bucket list of golf courses I need to play at some point. So.
And I add Aaron Hills up there, too. As Kinley gets the draw control win, that was her and Field Ridley. See, McGarry doesn't need to be the only girl that can get these draw controls. Kinley can do it also.
But what an addition. McGarry, a freshman to this team, to be able to have a face-off woman like that is critical on a team.
Yeah,
we talked about possessions and face-offs and how they play hand in hand.
Yeah, so men's lacrosse, there's a Fogo, who that is their only job is to win those face-offs. In women, there really isn't a draw control specific person, but Rollins has made it their own, that McGarry is almost like the Fogo of this team, and I cannot speak more highly of her. Shot on goal there, foul called on Eden Cook. She tried to get inside and dive in there, trying to make SportsCenter top 10, but the foul was called on her.
Almost gets that shot in from that low angle, coming from the side.
An aggressive game. Eden Cook looking to put Rollins up 7. 41 seconds on the shot clock, 26-20 in the second half. Cook high up and strong, deflected there. Good shot, but Cauley gets almost like a rebound, gets the ground ball and the score. Abigail Cauley, third goal of the game, second girl with a hat trick for Rollins.
I'm going to say this goal has described the whole game for Rollins. Cook is stoned, but they create a second chance. She gets her own rebound, puts it back to Cauley, and rips it into the net. Rollins has played fantastic all game, and a 7-goal lead to show for it.
Misses the free position Eden Cook does. Falls and gets hit. Recovers the ground ball and gets the assist to Abigail Cauley. I'm putting that up there with one of the assists of the year.
That describes this game perfectly for Rollins. The second effort is what has given them this lead, and there's 26 minutes to play there in total control.
Yeah. Taylor Kinley will be getting the draw control here as they're switching things up for Rollins. Well, we got that first goal in the first minute for Tampa. We thought, hey, this is it. This is their chance. I mean, they're the number 6 team for a reason. Rollins is like, no, we got this. This is our game. This is our conference to win. 12-5 now. Tay on the call, on the draw control. They're going to reset. I just like these chants that they're doing on the sidelines. I'm all hyped for it.
It's great. Both teams are so into this game. The intensity level's awesome. The physicality has been crazy in this game. Both teams are putting it all on the line.
Tay coming from the bench. Can she get the draw control win? Swipes it off. I believe it's going to be recovered by Tampa, but she loses the ball. Who's going to recover it? No other than the spark plug herself, Piper Tratner, getting the draw control win. Whenever she comes in, she is running at 40 miles an hour. I'll see her sometimes come off. She's a defender. As they're running in transition, I'll see her check in and sprint all the way down and catch up with whoever's running in transition.
I think about knowing your role on the team. What makes this team better? What do I do that makes this team better? And it seems like Rollins, all the women on the team know their role, know what makes this team click. And, this has been a great performance from the Tars today.
It's not just about who scores, it's about who allows you to score. Gastonguay, a rare turnover there as here we go in transition. Allie Rogers running alongside with her. She gets beat, and here we go for Tampa. All the way down, one woman fast break, pass inside, and hit, no good.
Wow, Danny Waters tried to go coast to coast there. Number 22 picked it up in the defensive end, went all the way to the offensive end, and almost had that primary assist.
That was Olivia Mott on the shot there. She made that. What a momentum boost for Tampa that would have been. $50 seconds left on the shot clock. Tampa's window to get back in this game is closing. Great shot there. Alyssa Romano up high, attacking above the head of Gabby Tanner. As we are now, it's 12-6 now.
Coach Gallagher whipped down the stick. She was so excited about that goal, needed that one. keeps them right back in the game. They're kind of just hanging around, Logan. And the offense gathering around. They know that they're going to need a lot more where that came from. Still a 6-goal deficit, but Tampa getting a much-needed goal.
A high-scoring game here in Winter Park, Florida. 12-6 now, Rollins is up. Kinley won the last 2 draw controls for Rollins, but nobody can outmaster McGarry. She's come back. It seems like such a small part. It really does. Just, who gets possession. But if you just keep winning these possessions and you don't allow the best offense in the SSC to get the ball, man, that is super important. McGarry winning the draw control, getting it, and successful and good, and a hard hit. Hannah Forbes got the draw control win there. She leads the team in draw control wins, getting her first of the day as McGarry gets the job done.
Anytime you say McGarry, I think of Mitch McGarry, the power forward from Michigan a couple of years ago. But McGarry writing her own legacy today, really adding a lot to this Tars 12-6 lead.
With a Rollins team that always competes to win a championship, not just in the SSC, but in the nation, McGarry is going to be part of this team for a long time. She's only a freshman. Her role may expand, but what she does well, she does fantastic. Abigail Cawley passes it inside. A quick shot there. Sammy Ottavo trying to create something that maybe wasn't there.
But another great hustle play from Abigail Cawley.
She has been everywhere.
She ran to get that out-of-bounds call and keep the Rollins possession. Shot clock does not reset, though.
Cawley gets the pass and gets it in. Marina Longo now. 30 seconds left on the shot clock. Rollins needs to find something here. Gassingway getting pressured by this tough Tampa defense. 20 seconds now.
Where is number 1? Make a cut.
Yeah. Sammy gets hit trying to draw the foul as she is successful. Got hit as she was passing it outside to Cook. Here comes another free position for Rollins. They are 1 for 3 on the day.
Interesting spot here. Only 12 seconds left on the shot clock, so.
You probably got to take this shot or get a quick pass in. 1-on-1, mano-y-mano. Sammy, can she get this to a 13-goal lead? 12 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes Sammy. Trying to find somebody quickly, and she does. 8 seconds left now for Rollins. They need to create something here. Claire Reist gets it into Sammy. Quick shot, Fahey! As time expires. Tampa doing an excellent job on defense. A couple girls doing such a great job. I saw Alexa there. I saw Paige Short there. Bridget Suter not out there right now, but that was Alex Walling as goalkeeper. She has come in and done an excellent job. But here we go. Tampa now in transition, trying to get inside, but Marisa Ferris says no, 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 no. Ferris has done a great job of that, not allowing to get inside penetration for Tampa. Defensive chance coming from the Rollins bench now. As we're approaching 50 seconds now, Tampa needs to score early in this shot clock. They need goals, and they need them fast.
Still a little bit stagnant offense from Tampa. Not a lot of movement, not a lot of women cutting.
Trying to find an open lane. Piper Tratner pushing them outside. I believe we're not going to get a foul call. That was just excellent defense there by Piper, and Gabby Tanner with the save. 20 seconds left coming up on the shot clock. Getting it inside. Another great save by Gabby Tanner.
That one was destined for the back of the net. Going top left, but Gabby Tanner had her stick on it, knew exactly where that shot was going, and makes yet another save.
9 saves on the day for Gabby Tanner, but that will be a shot clock reset as Tampa gets a chance to get another goal. Cannot say enough about this Rollins defense led by Gabby Tanner. Another shot there, no good, as finally Rollins stops Tampa, as now Rollins gets to go in transition.
That's another hustle play there. That shot missed the net, and number 22, Claire Reist, hustles her way over there and makes play, gets possession back for the Tars.
Claire Reese, making one of her few starts on the year, has done such a great job on defense. A couple girls to name. Adia Field Ridley's doing a great job. Marisa Ferris. I've seen Hannah Forbes all over the place. Megan DeGroat's doing a good job out there, too. They are not allowing any of these. The only goals they've really allowed are transition and free position. Other than that, when they get slowed down, there is nothing you can do against this defense. But now Rollins, with 20 minutes approaching in the second half, has a chance to extend this lead. Marina Longo driving and getting fouled, as I believe this is going to be a yellow card. Her face wear came off as she was hit in the head going for the goal. They're going to call this a common foul, not give any yellow cards out. She's a little shocked there. She's like, put her arms in the air, like, I got hit in the head. What else do you want me to do? The Longo with a chance to put them up 7. Refuses to take the shot. It's been interesting. Rollins have been refusing to take these free position shots if they're not like in the last 20 seconds of the shot clock.
Well, the clock is your friend right now with a 6-goal lead, 20 minutes to play. So take all 90 seconds if they give it to you. So make sure you work it around and get a good shot. There, another looked like it could have been a foul, and it is. Liz Fahey made a nice cut to the net, and yet another free play for the Tars. This time Fahey, and only 28 seconds left on the shot clock. I'd expect her to take this one.
Fahey, the leading scorer for Rollins, approaching 20 goals on the year. Refuses to take a shot. Pass from Gastonguay. I think they tried to do a little give and go there, but unsuccessful. Loses her stick. Eden Cook does, as now Tampa starting to run the transition. We're going to get a quick change here. Longo comes out. Field Ridley comes in. Field Ridley sprinting down the field, trying to get to the ball. Look at her go, and she does a good job. She got there, but they're going to call the foul there.
Feel the momentum just start to swing a little bit. Tampa have been hanging around all game. Deficit hasn't gotten larger than 7. It just feels like a spot where Tampa could tighten this game up just a little bit.
Tampa resets here. Olivia Mott reset it there. They got to get her going. One of the leading goal scorers for Tampa has been quiet so far this game. Running.
Same with here, Cece Colombo. Her name's been a little quiet here. Tampa's got to rely on her to put in a few late in the game. Yeah. McLaughlin's been one of their most aggressive players on offense right now, number 11 with 2 goals.
McLaughlin, and then Gina Colombo had a goal to start this half. 40 seconds now coming up. No, you can't do anything against this Rollins defense right now.
They're swarming. I was just about to say, got to credit the Rollins defense a little bit for this excellent performance.
Nice juke there, and the shot and the goal. Ankle breaker there by Georgia Glowacki.
And I think I read on her bio she is related to a former Pittsburgh Penguins defenseman, Brooks Orpik, but Glowacki gets on board there. Excellent face dodge, as you mentioned, Logan, and fake low, go high. Glowacki scores the goal for Tampa.
A much-needed goal, now only down 5. 5 seems like a lot of goals, because it is. But this is Tampa we're talking about. One of the best offenses in SSC. They score goals in bunches.
Gabby Tanner been excellent today. But that was a big goal for Tampa. Puts them right back into the game. Like I said, they've been hanging around. Deficit hasn't gotten larger than 7, and momentum starting to slide a little bit.
Here comes McGarry on the draw control. I think they're talking about too many girls out there. Let's see. Dennis Short trying to get somebody off the field before they get the foul called on them. Be interesting on what the refs decide here. As they are going to call too many women on the field. They tried to get Fahey off before they could realize they're going to call offsides here. That was a great eyes there by the Tampa coach, noticing the mistake there by Rollins. Kelly Gallinger, two-time SSC Coach of the Year. Remember, Tampa, because last season got canceled, Tampa is the reigning SSC champions from 2019. So this is an experienced, great team for Tampa. They noticed the small mistake by Rollins. Let's see if it pays off. Foul called there.
Just a couple of mental mistakes here from the Tars in the second half.
They're going
and
to
the face-off, too many women out there.
Now you're going to get a woman down now. Madison Harris coming out. Now Rollins is one down. Free position shot here for Emma McLaughlin. We're going to get clarification here from the referee. Just changing up the shot clock here, adding 10 seconds to make it 18:29.
Actually, the game clock there, shot clock stays at 90. And a clean shot clock for the Tampa Spartans.
1 minute releasable.
They're going to be a woman down, and they're going to get a one. It's going to be only for 1 minute, as it wasn't a yellow card. This is it for Tampa now. They need to get a goal here. You talked about a must goal a couple minutes ago when it was in the first half. Now I call this a must goal right now.
I think a lot of time left. A little early to call must goal, but only down 5 here. This would be a critical one. But the Tars defense is suffocating. Not a lot of time and not a lot of space.
Off the goalpost there, no good.
2, 1, even.
We go back to even now. Dennis Short, it got called for too many women last time. Held her back, was like, I don't know, are you supposed to go back out there? But we got the clarification. She is good to go. As Gabby Tanner gets the save, as here we go, Rollins now in transition.
Good ground ball pickup from Allie Rogers.
Just a little bit of confusion as we're trying to sort out exactly what has happened in the last couple of minutes, making sure that everyone's following the rules. Dennis Schwartz yelling at us, trying to get the horn off as we do. I believe he wanted either a timeout. We're gonna see. There's a little miscommunication going on right now.
And I just heard from the captain, Taylor Kinley, we got to cheer, we got to get loud, we got to get that energy back. They know that momentum is starting to swing a little bit in this game. Tampa hanging around. Rollins needs to get that energy back that they started the game with and finish this game strong.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to get a timeout here for Rollins, their first of the day. We're going to get a little of the confusion sorted out, but right now, all you need to worry about, Rollins is up 5 with a chance at the SSC Championship crown. We'll be right back.
If you want to be on camera, you want to be behind the camera, you want to do radio, podcast, whatever it is, this is a program in full.
We're going to prepare you for what this industry is, and you're going to hear it from people who've been in the field, in the newsroom, in the control room for the last 20 years.
The stuff that you guys are doing hands-on here, I can't express enough. It will benefit when you are on your own somewhere else.
I'm hearing from people that I worked with years ago who say, I get what you're doing. Where was this before? We're on the cutting edge of doing something no one's ever done before, and the student is the one who benefits.
Back here in Winter Park, Florida, Rollins Tar is playing their final game of the regular season. After a cancellation with Florida Tech a couple weeks ago, they get a chance to play the #1 team in the SSC conference in the Tampa Spartans.
Not only the #1 team, but the team that they've had one loss against, their only loss all season. They get a chance to avenge that loss here at home and end the season on a 6-game win streak. Not end the season, hopefully not end the season.
We're crossing our fingers.
End the regular season on a 6-game win streak. They started with a loss to Tampa. And you got to expect first game maybe a little bit rusty. Hopefully the committee knows that was their first game and that they ended on a 6-game win streak. How could you leave this team out with a win over Florida Southern and a win over Tampa? This resume stacks up there with the best in Division II. And Rollins definitely deserves a chance at the Division II NCAA tournament.
So we mentioned it this game, we mentioned it the previous game against Palm Beach Atlantic, but because of COVID restrictions, there is not going to be an SSC tournament this year. However, one team from the SSC conference will make it to the national tournament in the South region.
Could possibly be two.
But Howard has it ranked right now because the SSC conference has played the least amount of games in the Southern region. They most likely will only allow one. Currently, Tampa is in that tournament at the 6th seed.
And
Six teams make it.
Tampa still has games left. They still play Florida Southern, and I believe they still play Florida Tech, so 2 games left on their season. But Rollins, this is the finale for them. Their only chance to impress that committee and make sure their name is called, like I said, a week from today, May 9th.
So on May 7th, Tampa goes against Florida Southern, which will be a battle of the heavyweights. If Tampa beats Florida Southern and Rollins beats Tampa, that would not only give Rollins the clear #1 SSC championship for the women's lacrosse, but it most likely would let them go to the NCAA tournament. If that doesn't happen and Florida Southern does win that game, Rollins still has the tiebreaker against Florida Southern. So even though they get a share of the crown, Rollins would probably still make it to the NCAA tournament. After the timeout, Tampa recovers the ball after a Rollins turnover, as this is their chance now. With 17 minutes left in the second half, they need some goals. They need them quick. Aggressive and hard, they're going to call the foul. Jania Santarpio.
Great speed there from Santarpio. Hustles her way down and earns that foul call on a free shot. Could cut the deficit to 4. A lot of time left in this game, Logan. 16:50 is an eternity. Goals can be scored quick.
Santarpio does not have a goal in the day. Free position there, saved by Gabby Tanner. Now she's behind the net, also playing defense. She can do it everywhere. As the shot clock resets for Tampa. Rollins struggling to score in the second half, only having 2 goals. They're letting Tampa kind of hang around right now.
But there's that energy from the bench, the energy that's been there all game from the Tars. Whether it's ground balls, whether it's hustle plays, the Tars are making it happen.
Missed shot there for Tampa as it's going to stay with them. It was deflected by Gabby Tanner. Whether they credit her with the save or not on that, she has had an outstanding game.
Shot clock does not reset there, though. So believe it was not deflected, and 60 seconds remain on the shot clock for Tampa, who are trying to operate quickly. Obviously, they need goals quick.
Yeah. Turnover there by Tampa, falls into the net of Gabby Tanner as she does her classic chuck it to midfield. Somebody get it. As Piper Tratner is trying to recover the ball there. Foul on Piper. Tampa ball.
I love that play from Gabby Tanner to whip it around a little bit. When you got a 5-goal lead, don't you think possession's a little bit more important than sparking a transition? I'd like to see Gabby kind of dump it off to a teammate there and let them clear it.
It's tough to get clears against this Tampa defense. When you do the dink and dunks against Tampa, they get up in your face and force turnovers and get quick goals. Gabby Tanner's been doing that all year as we get almost an interception-like play there. That was Allie Rogers. All over is Rollins trying to recover this ball. Somebody's got to get it. Rogers trying to recover that. Now there's a stick on the ground. Somebody help her. Finally, we get a foul call there. Olivia Mott is going to have the opportunity here.
I love the hectic action there, though. All-out hustle. These women are leaving it all on the field right now. They're giving it everything they have, whether it's ground balls, diving on the field. Both teams want this game, and they know how critical it is to their resumes.
Season on the line. .80 seconds now, but a quick shot here upcoming. We're going to get another foul, but that one was warranted. A wide open goal there for Alyssa Romano, but Rollins doesn't allow it. They're going to call the foul on Megan DeGroat.
Just got absolutely mauled on her way to the net and earned this free shot. Big point in the game.
One-on-one versus Gabby Tanner. Gabby Tanner wins it.
I think that was a great defensive play from the 2 people on the sides there. They locked in and didn't let a great shot on net. Easy save for Tanner.
Jania Sprinkle getting the waves from the fans. Making one of the plays of the day for her, stopping the free position goal. Tampa now 1 for 6 on these free positions. Usually people go above 50 to 60% because it's such an easy goal. But Rollins and Gabby Tanner have done such a great job at defending them.
Now, Rollins, we've talked about it pretty much all game. Now they're really playing the shot clock, playing the clock over playing Tampa. 5-goal lead with 14 minutes. Use all 90 seconds of that shot clock.
Abigail Cawley gets the deflection and the shot clock reset on the save there by Walling.
I think that one hit the crossbar right there. Nice move from Rollins and a good shot on net. And they keep possession in another 90 seconds. Another 90 seconds. They're going to use all this shot clock, make sure they wind it down and give Tampa as little time as possible to tie this game back up.
We're going to get a free position shot here. Caroline Gastonguay. Here we go. 75 seconds, 12-7 Rollins. Passes it up to Cawley. Cawley resets.
That's what I'm talking about, Logan. Smart plays from Rollins. They know they don't need to go quick here, and they can really churn that clock.
Gastonguay inside to Adamo. Adamo tried to spin it in. Gets hit. No foul called. Sammy Adamo had an opportunity to get the 13th goal for Rollins, but it was swatted out of her stick as Tampa now has the ball. Turnover by her, caused by no other than Emma McLaughlin. She has been everywhere today, Dan.
McLaughlin has been one of the most impressive players for the Spartans, but now we can say it, Logan, this is a must score, and they have to do it quickly.
Piper Tretner trying to get the ground ball here. She is fouled, and the foul will be called against Tampa.
What was the nickname you had for her, Logan?
She's a spark plug.
Spark plug. That is exactly what Rollins needed there. Pick up a ground ball, take a hit, create another possession.
You need to change momentum? Get Piper Tretner in the game. Watch her do her thing. As she did this a lot against Palm Beach Atlantic, she does a clear all by herself. And it's a successful clear there for Rollins. They're now 10 for 15 on the day. Excuse me, they lose the clear there. They were right at the finish line, but Tampa recovers it. Now they're 9 for 15. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast how Rollins got off to that stupid goal advantage. They had 13 shots on goal compared to Tampa's 2. It is evened up now. Rollins has 27, Tampa has 25. The difference? Tampa doesn't have Gabby Tanner. As an odd cue, Gabby Tanner all by herself with no one around her gets an excellent save, just scoops it right into the net. Dan, she can do it all.
In the open, we mentioned that Tampa might have the advantage in goalies. Not today. Not today. Gabby Tanner must have heard me on the broadcast. She has been absolutely lights out in net for the Tars, not letting up anything, throwing great transition passes, and not giving up easy goals. She's a huge reason that they are winning 12-7 right now.
Clear there by Walling as Rollins once again turns the ball over on the clear. They're 9 for 16 now. But now Tampa can't get the clear off, and that's recovered by Rollins. That's Hannah Forbes running the clear all by herself, weaving through defenders. Here comes the transition. Hannah Forbes looking for somebody as she resets the offense. Excellent clear there by Hannah Forbes. We're getting some kind of defensive formation from Tampa called Sunny Ball. Interested to see what that is. But here we go. Free position goal. That was much needed and good for Eden Cook. Getting the first goal for Rollins in what seems like forever. Her second goal of the game.
I feel like you can hear a huge sigh of relief on the Rollins bench. That was a big-time goal. They've been on a little bit of a drought in the second half. Only 3 goals in this second half, but Eden Cook, she's been a veteran player for this team all year and coming up in a critical situation, gets the lead back to 6, and like I said, a huge sigh of relief coming from the Rollins Tars bench right there.
We get a timeout here by Tampa. You can feel it now. Rollins, 11 minutes away from winning their 6th game on the year and a chance at making the NCAA tournament. We'll be right back on the TARS Sports Network.
Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Right 11 minutes away from an SSC championship crown. Rollins up 13-7 against the Tampa Spartans.
The energy level has been there all day from the Rollins Tars. Right from the get-go, they score those 4 goals. Before we could even say blink, they were up 4-0. Rollins has brought the energy. They've brought the juice, as we would say, and they've been ready. They've been the louder sideline the whole game and burying goals. Like we said, the difference right now, Gabby Tanner has been outstanding for the Rollins Tars. Really held off Tampa in this second half and been a huge reason why Tampa only has 7 goals. 7 goals, Logan. They haven't been held below 10 all year.
Both Fahey and Gastonguay have 5 points on the day. Fahey with 3 goals, Gastonguay with 3 assists. I got to go back to McGarry, though. When you were in that first half, you get out to that ridiculous lead. That was all because they kept getting the ball. They had time of possession in their net. And when you win draw controls, that is what happens. Rollins 13-7 on the draw controls right now. But Gabby Tanner allowed 7 goals against one of the better offensive teams in the SSC is one thing. But 11 saves? 11?
She's been outstanding. And mostly on those free plays where it's just one-on-one with her and a Spartan, and she is shut down time and time and again.
Tampa on the year so far, you're not going to believe this. On free positions, they're 65% they convert. Today, 1 for 6. Madison McGarry on the draw control. She could get her first of the day, recovering it herself. She can get there. Pushes a woman outside. One-handed scoop up and good. Isabella Checky.
The head coach Gallagher with some nice hustle. Make sure that ball stays in play. Tampa can get the ball offense on quickly.
Checky recovered the draw control, but then turns the ball over out of bounds. So Tampa gets an opportunity down 6 to cut this deficit and possibly go on what would be a historic run if they can somehow pull this one out. Loose ball there, recovered. This is Tampa's opportunity.
You'd like to see some urgency out of the Spartans here. They're down 6 goals in only 10 minutes. You got to get shots quick.
A very quiet day for Lauren McNeil and Cece Colombo. Two of the girls who lead this Tampa offense. Rollins has done an excellent job at defending them. Getting to 40 seconds now, no urgency from Tampa, just waiting for that shot to be open. Good pass, good shot, good score. Off the skip like a rock on a pond. Lauren McNeil on cue, getting her first goal of the day.
Huge goal from the Spartans. Deficit is down to 5 goals, 9:50 left. Not out of this world to think Tampa can come back in this game, especially with those faceoffs. If they can win a couple in a row, Rollins trying to prevent that. Gabby Tanner's been so good, but a ground shot right there, gets by her. Not a lot of celebrations for Tampa today.
Excuse me, that was Olivia Mott on the goal there, assisted from CC Colombo. As now here we go. This is when Tampa can get a quick run and possibly make this an exciting game with 9:49 left. 13-8 now. Rollins is up 5. The chance of Gary coming louder than they have all game. Tips it up, and it's unfortunately recovered for Tampa. But a nice clear and recovery there by Rollins as here we go. Quick transition now. You can see the girls swapping in and out as Rollins trying to get the successful clear off. Check there.
Checky getting checked and making moves. Nice face dodge right to the net.
Inside straightaway and good! Isabella Checky all by herself. She needs no one.
How about an and one? Checky and the foul. Takes the hit. She took 2 hits on that play, ran right through him, and finishes at the net. Uses her body to shield. Puts it in on the goalie. 14-8. They're checking her stick right now to make sure it's legal.
Yeah. The freshman getting her first goal of her collegiate career, and man, was it a doozy. Taking off the ground ball, sprinting halfway down the field, and attacking the goalkeeper to solidify possibly this 14-8 lead for Rollins.
And one. Elizabeth Checky, the freshman, coming up big for the Tars, sealing the deal.
We've been mentioning her name a lot. She was doing a great job at recovering these draw controls. Excellent at facilitating and helping this Rollins offense get goals, but that one was all her.
Her eyes were wide open as she comes back to the bench, is greeted by all her teammates. They are gassed up for Checky, the freshman. Her first goal. What a time to score that first one.
You can see everyone on this Rollins bench was excited. She has been in very often for this Rollins team, not taking a lot of shots on goal. Very unselfish this year. That one, I'm going to allow her to be a little selfish there. Excellent goal, possibly the play of the day for Rollins, as that's going to be a difference maker. Early in this half, we saw Tampa catch Rollins with too many girls in the field. Now Rollins catches Tampa. No draw control for them, as now Rollins can drain this shot clock and possibly solidify this victorious win to win the SSC conference. Earlier in the year, their first game of the year, Rollins dropped to Tampa 13-9. They put on a little comeback in the second half, but failed after a couple quick goals by Tampa, winning 13-9. Eden Cook had 3 goals and Calling and Ottomo had 2. That was a game where they scored their least amount of goals all year in a loss. They had 7 against Florida Tech where they won in overtime, but Tampa really did a great job against them. Something they didn't see a lot of last year was great defense, being held to single digits. I would say this is a good comeback, Dan.
Great way to avenge that loss. Rollins knew what was at stake coming into this game, and they played like that way. Use that shot clock all 90 seconds, especially when you got a 6-goal lead.
Rollins working it now. About to be 10 seconds on the shot clock. We're going to see a quick opportunity here. Kinley tries to pass it into Allie Rogers, who has been quiet today, but is unable to catch that pass. Now Tampa is going to need something miraculous here. Substitutions coming in. Jania Sprinkle and Piper Tratner coming into the game.
The spark plug. We have a little truck behind us moving some equipment, so excuse us if you hear that.
Yeah, Jania Sprinkle. Tampa was going in transition, but Jania Sprinkle pushes her out of bounds, loses the ball, and here comes Sprinkle. Sprinkle sprinting down the lane, getting to even now as Sprinkle looks like she's going to be out of bounds or is at least forced out of bounds. We don't have a good
foul call. As we see referee Melody Turner make the call. Sprinkle, when she sprints, she is one of the fastest women out here. She can burn and churn and really create that one woman clear. Sprinkle does it with speed.
Her and Piper Tretner are the 2 fastest girls on this team, and when they come in off the transition, they definitely show that. Rollins, with about 7 minutes left, has to drain this shot clock to win what would be their best win on the year. You can hear the chants from Tampa trying to get their defense hyped, trying to get a good stop here. But Rollins' offense has been just so dominant this game. Fahey passing around. Another miscue by Fahey and Gastonguay, but it is recovered by Rogers. 15 seconds now.
This offense isn't even looking at the net. They're just trying to keep possession and make sure Tampa doesn't get any transition opportunities.
Kinley pressing, looking to get a shot on goal. It is high and it is strong, but it is going to be Tampa ball. Kinley just trying to get a quick shot on there, maybe, get a little luck, but unfortunately it was high off the net as Rollins is just draining this clock now. You can see Coach coming to the girls that were coming off for offense, giving them high fives. They didn't score a goal there, but they did exactly what they needed to do and drained 90 seconds. So Tampa doesn't have any chance in coming back.
The coaching staff of the Tars has to be so proud of this team. The effort level, the energy, and like we said, the juice that they've brought all game. The juice has been there for the Tars. They're jacked up, and they're looking to stamp their last game with a big-time W.
Hopefully not their last if they can make the NCAA tournament, but for the regular season, no better way to end it. Good move there, but once again, all by herself, Gabby Tanner whipping it out of midair, but they are going to call a foul, so take away the save from Gabby Tanner.
Our vantage point here is incredible. Gabby Tanner has that stick in perfect position. The angles she's playing are spectacular. This is a great shot from the Spartans, and Gabby Tanner just handles it like it's nothing.
Santarpio, free position goal. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper of the year? Come on, man! Another save by Gabby Tanner. Deflects it off the top. That's her 12th save of the day.
The free plays. Now 1 for 7 the Spartans are on this free plays. That one hit off the inside of the crossbar. Don't know if you could credit Gabby Tanner on that save, but we could say she played the angle perfectly.
Getting another shot there, but excellent defense there by Allie Rogers to deflect the ball. That's going to be Rollins' ball. The coach can't believe it. They want a foul call, but they're not going to get it. Rollins gets the ball, and Kelly Gallinger is furious.
Coach Short over by the press box. He's thinking about calling a timeout, but he's just going to let him play.
Hannah Forbes going all by herself. She has an opportunity here. Hannah Forbes does smart and just gets the ball out.
This Rollins team, they're not forcing anything. Like I said, they know their role. They know exactly what needs to be done to earn a W here today at Barker Family Stadium, and they are doing that to a T.
They won the first half 10-4. The second half's been a little closer, 4-4. Mainly because Rollins has not been aggressive on offense, playing it smart, not taking any risks.
Another ground ball picked up by Cook, and a timeout here called by Short.
Just trying to make sure they can drain as much time off this clock as possible. 14-8 Rollins is up 3 minutes away from their last regular season victory. We'll be right back on the Rollins Digital Network.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
3 minutes and 38 seconds away from the regular season for the Rollins Tars finishing up, and it may end with possibly their best win on the year. Logan Windsor and Dan Arison on the call, which Rollins is 3:38 away on a 14-8 game from winning the SSC Conference.
A lot of smiles for the white jerseys. Black not giving up, though. They're trying to make some adjustments, trying to put some in late in the game, but 3:38, a 6-goal advantage. I think this is too much for the Tars. And what a their best performance of the year in the biggest moment.
Couple shout-outs so far. We've talked about Gabby Tanner all game, and we cannot talk about her enough. 12 saves on the day, one of her career best games. On the defensive side, we have seen Hannah Forbes, Adia Field-Ridley, and Allie Rogers all over the place. We've seen Piper Tratner and Jania Sprinkle come in on transition and stopping these clears. But on offense, Fahey, Gastonguay, Cawley, Cook.
And
list
the offense
goes on and on.
Came quickly in that first quarter. I mean, right off the jump, we said 4 goals. And really, they've kind of gone into relax mode, kept the foot on the gas pedal, but definitely haven't attacked the net like they did in those first 10 minutes.
What a way to finish this year if they can get this done. Taylor Kinley had a wide open net, but she knows what's at stake here. She needs to draw this shot clock out, which she is.
Got to credit Coach Short, too. Came into this game with an awesome game plan, knew exactly what they had to do to leave with the win, and they executed it to perfection.
10 seconds now. Rollins needs to take a shot or just chuck it at the back of the fence. 5 seconds now. Fahey gets it inside, but it is stolen and recovered, possibly by Tampa. Doesn't matter. Shot clock's over. Fahey with a shot that doesn't matter. It still goes in. I think she's got fire on those fingertips. You just can't stop her, even when the shot clock expires. As here comes Tampa sprinting down, trying to get a quick goal. They have an opportunity now.
Suffocating
but
defense
once
from the
again,
Tars.
stop. That is Bridget Cawley all over that.
Great ride with number 34, Romano, and just giving her absolutely nothing, making sure her goalie's in the right position. She knows if the shot's coming, Gabby's there to make the save. Just great overall defense from the Tars today.
Yeah. Cawley doing a great job in transition there, not allowing the wide open goal for Tampa. It's Tampa just struggling to find anything open. As they lose the ball here, who's it going to get recovered by? That's going to be Rollins' ball. That was Claire Reist all over her, not allowing her to get a clean recovery. As Rollins, 148 away. The foul there by Piper Tratner. Tampa. Yeah, if they can score 6 goals in a minute and a half, I think they deserve to win this game. The let's go Tars, let's go Tars chant coming from the Rollins bench. They know they are up on their feet and they know what's about to happen in a minute 18.
There's about a 7-second difference, 8-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Not that that matters for Tampa. They're trying to go quickly with some aggressiveness. But the Tars defense, too much. Gabby Tanner, been awesome today. So calm in the net. It's like lacrosse goalie might be the hardest position I've ever seen, and Gabby Tanner does it. She's calm in the net. She stands back there, takes away angles, not afraid of the ball. And we'll give her could probably go to a bunch of different women today for the Tars, but I'm giving Gabby Tanner my MVP of the game.
Gabby Tanner would be my defensive MVP, absolutely. I'm going to give co-MVPs on offense, Liz Fahey and Caroline Gastonguay. They led a furious attack for Rollins. 10 first half points for them. As now Rollins can just run out this shot clock. You have sticks in the air for the Rollins bench. They are cheering on as Rollins is going to finish the year 6-for-1. 6 wins, 1 loss. Their 1 loss coming against Tampa to start this year. Due to a cancellation against Florida Tech, they were able to get their revenge. The Rollins Ladies Tars, your SSC Conference champions.
Still got a couple conference games left. Like we said, Tampa season, regular season, not over yet. They still have to play the Florida Southern Moccasins and the Florida Tech Panthers. But what a way to end the regular season for the Rollins Tars. Definitely stamps their resume. Now 2 huge wins in the Sunshine State Conference. One over Florida Southern, one over number 6th ranked Tampa. They've beaten everybody in their conference. We'll see how next Sunday goes, but I know they left it all out on the field. They played tremendously today. They had the juice, they had the energy, and they were exciting to watch today.
Yeah, we'll see Tampa versus Florida Southern on May 7th to decide which one of those teams may have a chance at getting to the national tournament. But due to Rollins beating Florida Southern a couple weeks ago, they will at least be co-champions, if not the champions of the SSC Conference. 14-8 win here for Rollins. It was an exciting game early. A lot of goals were scored very fast for Rollins.
We're going to break down a couple highlights for you. We talked about the tremendous start for the Tars. We'll start it with Abigail Cawley getting off to a great start, 1-0 early lead for the Tars.
Then Liz Fahey, her first goal of the game, she had 3, and that was unassisted. Keep the streak going. Maria Longo from the pass from Caroline Gastonguay, scoop and score, one of the better goals of the game.
Just a pretty play, great passing play there from the Tars. Gastonguay finds the open woman, and they put it home. And here again, Gastonguay, hard cut to the net, keeps her head up, finds the back of the net.
Then we saw Fahey do this often. She gets the goal there. I believe that was actually Eden Cook. The Fahey goal wasn't shown, but it is 6-0 now for Rollins. But don't
Hannah
count
Bush.
out the Tampa Spartans. Hannah Bush getting the goal there.
Not a lockout by Gabby Tanner today. That was one of them. Here, Caroline Gastonguay, chuck the stick. I'll take that one. Gastonguay, her second goal of the game, increases the Tars' lead.
Sammy Atamo junks it on the goalkeeper. That would be the goal that would knock her out of the game as she got substituted after that.
And here, McLaughlin, one of the best players today for the Spartans. She brought energy. She was all over the field. She puts it home.
Then Taylor Kinley slides that in like a hockey puck, getting the 10th point for Rollins.
We'll call that a backhand goal right there. And McLaughlin off the free play. The one free play Tampa scored on today. That was a huge X factor in this game, the free plays.
Yeah. Then Cawley, second goal of the game. It was long, it was far, it was good. 5-11 now for Rollins.
Tampa made a little bit of a run, had Rollins a little worried. They hung around in the game. The lead never got up above 7, and they stuck around. Top shelf goal here from Georgia Glowacki. Brooks Orpik is relative defenseman for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Far away shot, but Eden Cook was able to get that in transition and make it in a 13-7 game. Right here on the free position, Eden Cook gets it in, and a great shot there by Cawley.
Eden Cook got that rebound off the free play, made the assist over to Cawley. Here, Olivia Mott puts it home for the Spartans. That cut the lead to 5, but this was our favorite goal of the game. Isabel Check, that's not the goal. Olivia Mott's replay right there, puts it top shelf. Olivia Checky here takes the foul, runs into the...
One more time, that is Georgia Glaucki on that. Here we go now. 13-7, this was what we're talking about. Checky running all the way down, gets it in, and she dives for the goal. Dan called that an and one as she got it. 14-8 as Rollins beats number 6th ranked Tampa. Dan, any final thoughts?
Just a great performance from the Rollins Tars in the regular season finale. An awesome game to call. We want to thank Full Sail's Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting. Logan, awesome job today. Had an absolute blast. We'd like to thank Sarah up top and Josh down below, all the communications people. Thank you for helping out. Great performance from the Rollins Tars in their regular season finale. We're hoping that their season isn't over.
You might notice that this D2 women's coverage, they do such a good job with the cameras, replays. They got it all extra professional. Want to thank Simple Thought Productions for that. They've done an excellent job all year. For Logan Windsor and Dan Arison, thank you for joining us for the regular season finale of your Ladies Tars, 14-8.